this meeting to order. Yep. All right, I call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Mayor Calvert.
Present.
Norma Holzhauer.
Present.
Dennis Finch.
Present.
Pam Sitton.
Here.
Herman Mulvihill.
Present.
Brett Hustutler.
Here.
All present.
You have a minute, President?
Yes. Regular scheduled town council meeting July the 12th, 2011. Meeting called to order 7:07 p.m. by Mayor Calvert. Roll was called with Mayor Calvert present, council's Norma Holzhauer, Dennis Finch, Pam Sitton, and Herman Mulvihill present. Council Hustutler was absent. A quorum being present, meeting proceeded. Minutes of May 10, 2011 were read. Council Sitton moved to accept. Council Finch seconded. Motion passed unanimously. Minutes of June the 1st, 2011 were read. Council Finch moved to accept with corrections. Council Sitton seconded. Motion carried unanimously. Minutes of the host government approval hearing of June 13, 2011 were read. Council Sitton moved to accept with corrections. Typo right there. Council Holzhauer seconded. Motion carried unanimously. Minutes of June 14th regular council meeting were read. Council Mulvihill moved to accept. Council Sitton seconded. Motion carried unanimously. Financial reports of May and June 2011 were read. Council Finch moved to accept. Motion carried unanimously. Reports of committees. Council Finch reported he was waiting on the plat for town hall property for the project for the scouts. Communications. Clerk read a resolution that FEMA required to allow the town to participate and receive disaster mitigation funds to possibly fund a storm siren and a shelter room. Council Sitton moved to adopt this resolution. Council Sitton Mulvihill seconded. Motion carried. Roll call vote was as follows. Mayor Calvert, yes. Council Holzhauer, yes. Council Finch, yes. Council Sitton, yes. Council Mulvihill, yes. The clerk then read a new resolution from the Data Technologies Division of the Jefferson County Commission affirming a contract with the town of County Line to receive data, maps, and information from the Jefferson County Commission. Council Finch moved to accept. Council Holzhauer seconded. Roll call was as follows. Mayor Calvert, yes. Council Holzhauer, yes. Council Finch, yes. Council Sitton, yes. And Council Mulvihill, yes. Motion carried unanimously. Clerk then read a resolution that would authorize the Alabama League of Municipalities to collect the enforced insurance license fees that are in arrears at no charge to the town. Council Finch suggested this be tabled for further investigation. Council Finch made a motion to that effect. Council Mulvihill seconded. Motion carried unanimously. Mayor Calvert discussed grass cutting of the town hall property. Discussion followed. Council Mulvihill suggested that a Mr. John Dixon for this work. More discussion followed. Council Sitton moved to hire Mr. Dixon if the pay was okay. Council Finch seconded. Motion carried unanimously. The fire hydrant painting was discussed. The stump grinding was discussed. The estimate from Council Hustutler was $150 for the contractor to do this work. Council Sitton moved to accept this bid and have the work done. Council Holzhauer seconded. Motion carried unanimously. There was a discussion of possibly getting a secure steel mailbox to receive the town's mail since the Trafford Post Office had closed. Council Finch suggested this be tabled for further investigation to possibly cut shipping costs. Public comment. Ms. Brenda Lowe of Cobb Brazil Road asked about replacing the street sign at Cobb Brazil Road and Dean's Ferry Road as a member of their family had had a house burned down and the fire truck missed the turn, they believe, because of the missing sign. The mayor referred her to the Blount County Commission. Ms. Gloria Kennedy complained that she cannot always hear what's going on with council members speaking low tones. Ms. Frida Bobo asked about the grass cutting and that maybe she knew someone that might cut it 2 times a month for a $100 fee. Mr. Malcolm Calvert asked who was cutting the sides of the road. Discussion followed. Council Finch moved to adjourn. William Item, Town Clerk reported.
Any questions, comments, questions?
I got a comment. Dallas Suffle was the first responding fire truck to Coppersville Road, and they didn't miss the turn. It was Warrior that missed the turn. I know for sure.
Anybody else? Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Who seconded that? Okay.
Mr. Financial report, Dave?
Yes. First page is the general fund. Starting balance is $26,081.64. The ending balance was $25,005.90. Nothing unusual in the way of payments except the stuff grinding of $150 and the paint for the fire hydrants, $95.73. And council most of the report, he's got them all painted except for one at 3 acres in which he will be ready. Page, that's the general fund. Gonna go on to the other.
Mr. Gill got a chance to look at
Okay.
it. Give it any comment. Anybody have any questions or comment on the thing? Go ahead, Bill.
All right, page 2 is the 2 and 7 road account. Starting balance was $14,268.46. We had no unchecked rent for street lights at $252.23. We had a deposit of $129.87 from the state, leaving the balance at the end of July of $14,146.10 in 2 and 7.
Go ahead.
Okay, page 3 is capital improvements. We started out the month with a balance of $3,739.69, payment of $1,550.28 for the equipment rental, leaving a balance of $2,189.41 at the end of the month.
Go ahead.
The 4, 5, and 6 road account starting balance was $10,539.66. A deposit from the state of $108.03, leaving a balance of $10,647.69 at the end of July.
All right, any questions? Anybody? Is there a motion to accept the bid?
I'll make a motion to accept the bid. I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Reports of standing committees. Mr. Pinkham.
No, well, I now have the plat map, so I'll contact the scouts and we'll get that moving forward. Now that the weather's starting to cool a little bit, we'll see what progress we can make. I'll have another report for you here next meeting.
Reports of special committees. Reports of officers. Reading of petitions, applications, complaints, appeals, and communications. Got something you have to say?
Got a email from Sharon Poston to Birmingham Waterworks. As I told you, they billed us $94 instead of $67. It turns out that hydrant number 13996 is located on Kiowa Road, which I think is a minimum. But anyway, was mistakenly added to our account, but it's been taken off and we can give them credit for it. But I had called them and sent the same amount anyway. But y'all all have a copy of that. And I also have a letter from the Alabama Municipal Insurance Corporation with our survey, of assets and everything. And our policy will need to pay, it's around $2,600 and some odd cents in November. And currently our liability policy is for $2 million.
Yeah, you have,
I think it's
anybody else have any communication? Mr. Finch?
Regarding the mailbox, we discussed that, and the clerk had gotten some information, and if I recall, I think that mailbox was going to ship from Wisconsin somewhere. And I had suggested maybe we look into this a little further, and I did find a similar mailbox for a lower price. It wasn't a lot lower, but it was lower. And I sent an email to you, Mr. Mayor, and to you, Mr. Iyer. Do you want to move forward on that?
What was this one?
This one was coming from, I'm sorry, I forget, but overall, the drive-out price was lower by, if I recall, it was $150. It was 60. Or do we want to put that off?
When we table it,
We got to this
yeah. When does the box expire?
We're paid through December 31st.
Auditing accounts, resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other business. One thing I want to bring up, we talked about it, and we need to discuss it and vote on it, the DSL. I believe it's a good thing if we go ahead and do DSL.
Make a motion to put it in.
That's quick.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
It's about everybody has to have it now, no way around it. Yeah. It's more than that, it's like,
I'd like to add too that now the state's is getting ready to start requiring some of our reports to be sent electronically. They won't start saving postage, so we end up going to have to have.
that's with everything, and we can pay bills online too.
And I got another, something else, we need to reimburse Bill, he's made 4 trips, to Onion and 1 trip to Staples. So, we ought to think about $50 for
3 trips to Onion.
4.
4 trips, and one to truck.
I don't think you can get that far on $50 of gas.
Get on the hook.
I'd say about 100. Well, that's what he suggested, so I'm just
You
saying.
can do it on that hook. It's 33 right.
Okay.
Let's split it and say 75.
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion, we reimburse Bill for his 4 trips and 1 for 75. I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
I want to post in the minutes, please, that we thank Brett for taking fire hydrants.
Thank you, that's what it was.
That needs that mother-in-law.
Hey, nobody else volunteered to do it. You got to
Well,
Jimmy
trust me, I
did
didn't
not
have
forget
time
y'all.
to do
You
it
did
either.
an excellent.
You did an excellent job.
Excellent job.
And whoever lives in Green Acres, I'm gonna get to that one probably tomorrow, I don't know.
Those things show up. I mean, you can't help but see them.
If it's all right with y'all, I've had one guy almost run over me for painting one, so. But we talked a while, and he's all right.
But he did stop.
No, he pulled up and talked to me. He said, "I'm gonna paint that red when you leave."
Uh,
I said, "Please don't paint it." So, yeah, repaint it.
All right. Bill, you got something?
Well, we have a resolution. You wanna read?
Yeah.
Whereas section 22-2748 of the Code of Alabama 1975, as amended, vests the town of County Line, Alabama, with the responsibility for and the authority to assure proper management of solid waste generated within its jurisdiction in accordance with the solid waste management plan. And whereas section 22-27-48 of the Code of Alabama 1975, as amended, further requires that the applicants for solid waste management permits first obtain host governmental approval from the
Stop,
relevant
Bill.
government.
Stop, Bill. We need to back to it.
Move to consider.
Yeah. Need a motion and a second to consider this.
Move to consider.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? All right. Go ahead, Bill.
Whereas, you want me to just start over?
Yes, please.
Whereas section 22-27-48 of the Code of Alabama 1975, as amended, vests the town of County Line, Alabama, with the responsibility for and the authority to assure the proper management of solid waste generated within its jurisdiction in accordance with its solid waste management plan. Whereas section 22-27-48 of the Code of Alabama, as amended, further requires the applicants for solid waste management permits first obtain host governmental approval from the relevant government. And whereas Thornhill Management Properties, LLC, TMP, and or its corporate affiliates, successors, or signs, TMP desires to construct, permit, maintain, and operate a municipal solid waste landfill in the County Line, Alabama, the proposed landfill. They are making County Line, Alabama the relevant host government for purposes of section 22-27-48. And whereas the proposed landfill will receive up to 1,499 tons of waste per day from the service area for the state of Alabama. And whereas a public hearing was held on June 13, 2011, following proper public notice at which comments from the public were received, both local and written, along with all other comments received during the statutory public comment period, been duly considered, a copy of all such comments being ordered to become part of the record pertaining to this application and forwarded to the Alabama Department of Environmental Management, ADEM. Now therefore be it resolved by the town of County Line in response to the request submitted by TMP to the town of County Line, Alabama on February the 17th, 2011, that host government approval is hereby granted and conferred for the proposed landfill as proposed.
All right, is there a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Bill, do a voice vote on this one.
And this is to consider it,
No, we've already considered it. This is to adopt the resolution.
To be the host government, not.
if we have it done.
Yeah, to be the host government.
Mayor Calvin,
Yes.
Norma Hochheimer,
Yes.
Dennis Smith,
Yes.
Pam Sutton,
Yes.
Bud Hochheimer.
Oh, stuff.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Those H's. I think, Now, you voted yes?
Yeah, this is to have it done. I mean, for considering the resolution to make sure I get this,
No,
if we have it done.
This is the resolution to have it done. We just had the motion, or is this still to consider? You got me
It
confused.
sounds like a bunch of confused people.
Well, I just, I came in here, I haven't been in here very long to make, make or break a deal. And I just want to be sure that I'm clear on what I'm voting on. Town's clearly divided on it.
Is this, we're voting on a motion to consider at this moment?
No.
Okay,
We're
the
voting
resolution,
to
okay.
adopt.
This is the
To be
motion
the
to
host
adopt.
To
government.
be the host government if we have a dump. This don't mean that the dump's going in right now.
That's up to Aiden.
It's not up to us.
That's up to Aiden. That's not up to us.
I never get to vote. What you gonna call me? I've been called lots worse again.
And you're
Save the
voting,
best for
Well, this is, look, I don't want to make, I'm not God, all right? And we need to, if this is to consider that we'll be the host government if we have it done and we can govern the dump, I just got to make sure I know what I'm voting on. And, I'm not going to sit here and vote something down or I'm not voting. I just want to be clear, I know what I'm voting
This
on.
vote is saying that we want a solid waste landfill too. That's what it's saying.
I make a move that we recess for a couple of moments.
For what?
I think that council needs to read this and understand it before he votes.
there's a copy of it in your folder.
And this is going to be tabled, 8M's got to approve it. And
It's up to Aiden. It's up to Aiden to approve it or not.
okay. I didn't clearly understand I don't feel like I was fully explained exactly.
You vote your heart, but if you wanna vote no, vote no. If you wanna abstain, you abstain. Any way you wanna vote, it's your vote. Nobody's trying to leave you in.
The important language in this resolution is the last paragraph that the clerk read.
I want to table it. I want to abstain.
You have 5 yes, 1.
I never get to vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been
Got me
voting.
determined.
Yes.
Mostly.
Yes.
Okay, now we have 5 yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but anyway, 5 yes, 1 and abstention.
I just, I don't,
You don't have.
I just feel like I've been, I feel like I've been thrown into a fire, all right? And, I'm not ready to make or break something right now. And, I wouldn't, I don't know, I mean, it's just too much for me to make a decision on right this minute. I mean, y'all signed me up a month and a half ago. And I think I need to be fully aware of everything I'm voting on before, before I make a full commitment on on which way I'm going.
I agree with you, you should never vote on an issue that you don't understand. Don't want you to, wouldn't want you to. And it's up to you how you vote. It's up to anybody on this council how to.
The way I understood it was, this was a vote just to consider if we're gonna have a vote or not later on.
That's what the first vote was, to consider.
And this was to,
And this is the vote for us to be the host of it. Be a payment for us to be.
I wasn't in on the first vote.
Well, just now, the first one we voted, just a minute ago, he.
Sure did throw that in on me quick.
you have any more comments? You got anything else to say there?
Well, I wanna know exactly what's going on now with the possibility of a dump. I need to know exactly what's going on.
It's totally up to Adrian, Alabama Department of Environmental Management.
Okay.
This resolution will be sent to them, and it's totally up to them whether it will.
Forgive my ignorance.
That's all right, buddy.
I mean, I've
We're
been
all
here
learning,
2
every
months.
day we're learning, don't worry about it.
You done the right
You
thing
done
on
it,
your thing.
that's all right, you understand what you should do. If you choose to vote no on any issue, that's what you should do. Nobody wants you to vote, you vote your heart, what you think about it.
Well, I hate that the town is, and I'm talking to the town people and church people and everybody else. I hate that the town has been such a split like this. This is, my daddy and my grandparents, great-grandparents lived here, and I hate that it's come to this, and I hate that there's so much hate going on in the town, and it's kind of lured its way into the church. And I hate it, and I'm sorry. I hope we can all search our hearts and minds, and, we can pray to the good Lord for us to, ask for forgiveness and forgive each other and just move forward. And I just pray for this town, and I hope all of you do too.
We do, buddy. All right, Billy, you got the,
I need the 3 originals, so you have to sign off first. doesn't sign.
Well, I'll let us sign the same thing. We talked about, family plan that we're gonna do for you. Cause it's, what was it, supposed to be 27, it's gonna be 24, because it, 27 on the way. What we decided.
One seventh on Saturday.
Okay, that's good.
What you propose?
It doesn't have, nothing special, but just have something. And I was thinking about maybe us getting a grill and bring it up here and have a hot dog, chips and drinks. I'd like to have a bouncy thing, but I don't know if the insurance covers it.
Of what?
Bouncy thing for the kids to get in, you know? Not
Might
you,
stick a
Larry.
knife in it.
I would like to see Larry in it, that would be funny,
Yeah.
you know.
So you sure know you want to do it?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm too old. We have one out in the front yard for the kids, and I didn't get one, so.
What you think, Mr. Vinnie?
I think councilwoman has an excellent idea. If there's one thing that this town needs, it's to come together.
I agree.
Well, you think we'll get something
Yes.
going between now and then?
Does anybody have a big party?
No, they don't have a big one.
Well, I have to be a huge one, just pick a winner.
I'm probably at work that day.
I just need the grill, I don't need you, I can cook.
I'm for whatever you want to do, man. Just,
Who's gonna come? Come on.
I know Mary Lou
Don't read
did.
As long as you don't burn the hot dogs, yeah, I'll bring the bratwurst. How's that?
Oh, that's.
I'll bring the bratwurst.
Okay.
We get anybody else back there?
And the bratwurst will be coming shipped in.
See?
No, indeed.
Will somebody make it nice?
Lou's in the mail.
I know what you got in mind.
I don't know. I don't have anything in mind, that's what I'm saying, we need to talk about it.
Well,
I can go to Sam's and get, you know, most of the stuff, or probably all the stuff, but, I just need a reminder. If I can. Or we can go down to the insurance group. It don't matter to me. Just put our ticket down there. Okay. It's a hot dog for me, is what it's saying, it's at Nathan's, but, I'm going to.
Shot with barbecue seafood, but we got some that cold. Yeah, I heard one jar got in there. Yeah.
how about ribs? Does anybody like ribs? You like barbecue ribs?
Heck, if somebody wants to get a pig, I can get them and put it in the ground and barbecue a pig. But we ain't using my pig, okay? Not using mine.
Yes,
My potbelly pig don't have, shut up, Brent. My potbelly
rid of
pig
8
does
of
not
them
have
already.
enough fat on it. I'm sorry. Not using mine, we're not using my goat either. So,
Well, how are we going to promote this?
Sounds like we eat goat. We might eat some crow, but we don't eat goat.
I wish we had a sign we could put out in front, one of those flashing signs. and put up the letters, I mean, the letters.
Somebody's got one down the road, might as well let us borrow it.
They want the lights down here.
And, I guess we could put a flyer up down at Miss Young, she'd let us put one in her window. I can make one of them cute. I'll hang it up down there. And,
We'll
and
get
that's
them
at
made,
Charles.
I guess they could send them out, you could send those flyers out, to your mailing list, you got a mailing list.
We could do that.
Well, I like the bulletin board at the church. Post it there,
Post on the door.
and maybe make an announcement at the next service.
When's Founder's Day?
Which one's that?
All right, make a motion.
Well, then you decide on the amount.
That's what I'm saying, tell you to do. That's what I'm
Huh?
doing.
Can you read them?
How much is in a reasonable amount? I don't know, I've never done anything like this before.
If you wanna float, that's I know, experience, that's $250, something for the kids to jump on. Then you're looking at,
That might be a liability.
That's what I was thinking, that's what I said, I'd like to.
We might have to spirit that for this time until we know more about it. I would think it's a liability issue.
I don't expect more than 5 or 6 families. I'm just being real.
I don't think people in the photo parks are coming.
Oh yeah, they'll come, it's good. Now you probably need a couple hundred hot dogs. Well, I mean, grown man need 3. It's 30 people.
I could eat 3. That really agrees with me.
So hot dogs, what else is on the menu? I mean, what else do you,
I was thinking bags of chips.
roast corn?
Lemonade ice cream.
I tell you what, why don't we just do a motion to appropriate a certain amount, and then just leave the menu at the time.
That's it, back.
Somebody,
All right, somebody make a motion and I'll work with what I get.
How much?
I might even make some.
200?
I might even
Need
make
more
some.
than that.
That's good. She's gonna need some charcoal, she's gonna need, you know. I move that we allocate $300 for the Founder's Day picnic, to be spent, with the discretion of Councilwoman Sitter.
You're gonna be, I spent $300 for 30 people in July. I mean, that's not gonna get it, I don't think. I mean, maybe, which, whatever she don't use, we just pick back in the fund. Now,
500?
yeah, but don't use that much on it, because I really don't think there's gonna, be a swarm of people.
Let's say you get, let's say you get 50, 60 people.
Yeah, that's reasonable, 60 people.
And you're gonna have, you know, some cold drinks. You're gonna have you're probably gonna have to have something for kids, some little prize of some kind. You can invent a little game, you know, where you throw a ring on a stick or something. Something.
Bring your PlayStation.
And then you're gonna need some hot dogs, some buns, you're gonna need condiments, you're gonna need charcoal, and you're gonna need a fire pit of some kind, and there's probably a metal box laying around somewhere with a grill on it. Herman, you got a metal box somewhere, don't you? Yeah, okay, but, you know, if 300 isn't enough, then, Brad, make a suggestion.
Just 400.
400.
Make it 400 and,
I move we allocate
Keep your
$400
seats.
to be used at the discretion of Councilwoman Sitter to purchase food and other items for the Founder's Day.
Thank you.
Second?
All in favor? Vote.
Yeah. I don't know, let me think about it.
All right, is there a
And
motion to adjourn?
what time we're gonna have it?
Is there a motion to adjourn?
You're gonna call that.
I think we'll have an enormous house on swim.
Amen.
I don't know, say something.
How about 5? 5? Well, I mean, so it's cool. I don't want to be up here in the heat of the day out in the sun. What do y'all think?
That's true.
I mean, as hot as it is right now.
Did you say all
I think you should have got 300 on the food and rented a tent for it.
Canopy?
If you're gonna be outside.
Check out the tent.
How about, does
That's
the church
another-
have one?
It's another couple $100.
Does the church have one? Bill, does the church have a tent? Really?
But I mean, they're
One of those
what, 10 by 10 or 12 by 12, yeah, that's, you're gonna need more than
I'm just making a couple of them. Could just bring them from home. I got 10 chairs. So I bring chairs.
Okay, so we're doing it for it too?
No, not.
It's gonna be too hot.
That's
You
fine.
know,
No,
there's
it's
no
fine,
way.
it's fine. I don't know.
So it's Norma's house?
bad.
Mary Lee's house?
That's good for me.
They can't have it in any of our houses.
Okay. Well, if you're asking me
Especially
what
my
time, I'm
rental
gonna say
house.
5, so it will be hot. I mean, it'll be rather cool.
If they were going ready to eat 5 o'clock.
Yes,
Just
right.
say 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
that. And you're gonna do the
Yes.
invitations.
Well, Bill's gonna, do we need to make a motion to send that out? Do the mailing? Okay, Bill's gonna do the mailing. And so, and then we'll put, I'll see to it flyers are put up.
Wait a minute, he's gonna mail a letter to every resident in town?
That'll cost more than the barbecue.
Really?
I mean, we're looking at 200 houses probably.
Okay, we'll just put some.
We don't have a
Okay.
commercial.
Then we'll just post it. Here, Ms. Jones.
As fast as word goes around here, I promise you, everybody will know.
Okay, all right.
All right, is there anything else? All right,
No
meeting
public
adjourned.
comment.